and caffeinated to help prevent atherosclerosis. So you may be, if you're diabetic, you could have tingling sensations, numbness. So if you've already you're experiencing these, maybe you've already passed on from the pre-diabetic condition to diabetes, to the full-blown diabetes. If you have tingling sensations, numbness, loss of peripheral nerve function, which means you can't see out of the side, if you look straight, you should be able to see what's on each side of you without turning your head, your peripheral vision. And pain, muscle weakness, if you have muscle weakness. These are some of the signs of diabetic neuropathies. The neuropathies, any disease of the nervous system. So, diabetic neuropathy means any disease of the nervous system that is not in the brain or spinal cord. Typically, they occur on both sides of the body. Diabetes with neuropathy, the nerve damage, has been found to be deficient, or diabetics have been found to be deficient in vitamin B6. Okay, so we are going to pause for the cause here and tell you a little bit about what's going on in the local area. If you are in the Maryland area, because we are broadcasting live from our Columbia, Maryland studio. So today from 2 to 3 p.m., you can join Teron Smith in a hip hop aerobics class. So here is some way. Here's a way to exercise a hip hop aerobics class, and he says we're going to show out to the songs, that make us two step, twerk, or drop it low. But we will work. This workout is appropriate for all fitness levels, and modifications will be given as needed. So that's going on today, and that will be at the Goals in Baltimore. This says Goals Baltimore Incorporated is hosting it at the Sports Court. The Sports Court, 6159 Edmondson Avenue in Catonsville, Maryland, 21228. Today from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And what's happening for Mother's Day? Mother's Day sip and paint brunch, a sip and paint brunch. Yes, that happens. That is happening tomorrow, Mother's Day. Wonderful Mother's Day sip and paint brunch. Brunch will include unlimited glasses of mimosas, a lavish buffet, music, poetry, and all art supplies are included. You will be painting on a 16 by 20-inch canvas. No experience is necessary, and you have a teacher. Well, this is sponsored by Adrienne Watson. The price is $45, and she says I will be teaching step-by-step strokes. So that is oh, okay. Okay, the Mother's Day sip and paint brunch happens tomorrow, 1900 Northeast Avenue in Hillthorpe, Maryland. So we're going to get back to the topic and share some more information. So you want to take action with your diet if you could possibly, if you've been diagnosed with pre-diabetes. This not only nourishes the body, it causes the body to use fat and dietary fat for energy instead of sugar. If you are eating your vegetables and eating lean protein and nutrient dense vegetables. It also is important to get moving, as I said. Sign up for one of these exercise classes. You don't have to sign up for an exercise class. Guess what? You can put one foot in front of the other, get outside on a beautiful spring day, and walk. Yes, walk. Walking is one of the best low impact exercises that you can do for your body. And take a friend, but be observant of who's around you when you're walking outside. Don't be talking on your cell phone with the earplugs in your ears and listening to music. You need to be focused and enjoy the walk and enjoy nature. So, increasing the amount of physical activity you get is a major component in the prevention of prediabetes, in addition to what it can do to strengthen your muscles, heart, and bones. Exercise also helps you keep blood sugar levels in check. So, doing both cardiovascular and strength training with those weights, lift the weights to help build those muscles. These activities, these are the best ways to balance a workout routine, doing your cardio and your strength training. And walking is also strength training. Make sure you stretch before and after you walk. Start slowly. Even 30 minutes of walking, 5 minutes, 30 minutes of walking 5 times each week can get you on the track to a healthier future. So just make sure you choose an activity that you enjoy, such as tennis, dancing, biking, or playing a team sport. And this will help ensure that you stick with it. And don't forget to include some resistance training. Again, the latest research finds that weightlifting can improve blood sugar control. So we'd like to give out the call-in number to Partners in Health and Biz one more time. We have about 8 minutes left to the end of the show. If you have a question or comment, I'd like to hear from you. The number is 347-945-7433. 347-945-7433. The beauty is all shows are archived, and well, now most shows. So if you tap into the show, log on to pihradio.net. You can see a list of the shows that we have recently recorded, and they are archived. This is a podcast, so that means you can go back and listen to the show. So make sure you check out www.pihradio.net. So here we go. Smart supplements. What can you do? Supplements can play an important role in managing blood sugar. One of particular note is an herb called Hintonia latiflora. Beautiful sounding name, huh? Hintonia is spelled Hintonia. Latiflora, Latiflora, sometimes called vegetable insulin. Hintonia latiflora contains a flavonoid known as corterogen, that decreases blood glucose levels, blood fats, and blood pressure. Thanks to ultrasound measurements, scientists have found that COU can safely metabolize carbohydrates and sugars by delaying glucose absorption, decrease blood glucose concentrations, change calcium and potassium levels that stiffen blood vessels, dilate blood vessels by relaxing the rings of tight muscle bands inside blood vessel walls, stimulate healthy insulin secretion, and reduce A1C levels as much as 10%. And if I said AIC, please forgive me. I meant to say A1C, and I know you guys are probably saying, what in the world? AIC, A1C levels. Okay, so here we go. So it turns out that if you've ever tried to cut back on sugar, and I'm sure you have, you know how incredibly difficult it is. Turns out there's a reason why. According to researchers at Princeton University, sugar, listen to this, sugar hijacks your brain. Yes, I'm not kidding. It hijacks your brain. Why? Well, it affects the natural reward centers. In fact, it's estimated that sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. Wow. Yes, I believe that. How many of you feel like you're addicted to sugar? It is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. But getting your sugar fix doesn't just affect your brain. I know how many people used to say, oh, I have a sweet tooth. They absolutely have to have sugar every day, even multiple times a day. Then this means you're addicted. But getting your sugar fix doesn't just affect your brain. Sugar also sends your blood sugar levels on a wild roller coaster ride that can lead to weight gain and pre-diabetic sugar spikes. Here are some ways to loosen the grip of the sweet stuff. For one thing, don't go cold turkey. Abrupting going sugar free can lead to withdrawal symptoms like headaches, anxiety, mood swings. Instead, ease off sugar gradually. Next, know all the names for sugar. People, listeners, my people, sugar comes in different names. Common names for sugar include sugar, corn syrup, dextrin, dextrin, dextrose, dextrose, fructose, fructose, fruit juice concentrate. Yes, high fructose corn syrup, galactose, glucose, honey, hydrogenated starch, invert sugar, maltose, lactose, mannitol, maple syrup, molasses, polyols, raw sugar, sorghum, sucrose, sorbitol, and turbinado. Wow. So what does this mean? That means you have to read the labels, people. You have to read the labels and know what's in the foods that you're eating. So ditch simple carbs. That's the next thing. But please be aware of the additional sugar that's added to foods on top of the ones that they tell you about. But read the labels. And if you're preparing your own foods, which I recommend, make sure you know to cut back on these type of sugars if you are baking and cooking. Ditch simple carbs. Pastries, cookies, muffins, and soft drinks offer a little nutrition. They offer little nutrition, but are packed with added sugar that can spike your blood sugar levels. And since they're not hard to identify, it's easy to slash them from your diet. Forget fakes. Chemical sweeteners like aspartame or saccharin provide a sweet taste without calories, so when you eat or drink these foods, your hunger isn't satisfied. Just because it's a sugar substitute does not mean it's good for you. A study in the journal Trends in Endocrinology and Metabolism reports that drinking just one diet soda a day is linked to weight gain and diabetes. So, watch out for hidden sugar, cough syrups, chewing gum, tomato sauce, baked beans, soups, salad dressings, and lunch meats often contain added sugars. So, as we count down, we're about 2 minutes, a minute and a half before the end of the show. Here are some fast facts you can write down. Or 1 in 3 people have prediabetes. 1 in 3. 9 out of every 10 of them aren't aware that they have this condition. Prediabetes increases the risk for heart disease and stroke, as well as type 2 diabetes. How many of you know of people, young folks in their 30s, 40s, 50s, been on the news that have had major strokes and died? So we have to take this seriously. It is serious. Without lifestyle changes, 15 to 30% of pre-diabetics will develop type 2 diabetes within 5 years. Again, without lifestyle changes, 15 to 30% of diabetics will develop type 2 diabetes within 5 years. So we're concluding the show, everyone. I hope you have taken this seriously and have received some valuable information from what I've shared with you this morning. I want everyone to enjoy their Mother's Day, whether you're a mother or celebrating with your mother. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all my beautiful, wonderful mothers. Stay healthy, happy, and business savvy. I'm your host, Gail Dixon. Have a blessed day. Remember to visit our website, www.partnersin